Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this WWE Live Event from St. Louis, Missouri, and you join us for our huge main event of the evening as The Miz and Maurice make their way to the ring. And it has been quite some time since I've called a match for The Miz, but not really, because it was revealed in week 3 of Universe Mode that the Masked Man was indeed The Miz. And tonight, The Miz gets to go one-on-one with the man who unmasked the Masked Man. Yes, your ears do not deceive you. Right here in St. Louis, Missouri, The Miz goes one-on-one with the Great One. It is The Miz versus The Rock, and we get to see what condition The Rock is in going into his huge match for the Undisputed Championship against Brock Lesnar. And you can feel the electricity in the air here in St. Louis, Missouri, and just listen to this crowd. The roof is about to come off this place. The fans here have become unglued for the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today, The Rock. And The Rock returns from Hollywood after numerous blockbuster movies with a goal to re-become the WWE Undisputed Champion, and he gets that chance at SummerSlam, the biggest event of the summer and the biggest main event of the summer. It is Rock versus Brock 2, and the Undisputed Championship is the prize. But first things first, The Rock has to take on The Miz here in St. Louis, Missouri, and the crowd erupts again. But the big question mark is, how will The Rock get on in the ring tonight? He looks in peak physical condition as the People's Champ flexes the People's eyebrow. But the physical look doesn't always tell the story. Well, we will find out in a few short moments. It is The Miz versus The Rock, and it is your main event. The Miz looks ready, The Rock looks focused, and the referee signals for the bell, and the fans here in St. Louis are on their feet as The Rock says, just bring it. And The Miz, well, he does. The Miz tried a cheap shot, but now The Rock with those trademark right hands, and then The Rock explodes with a clothesline. But can you imagine if The Miz was indeed to shock the world here tonight and defeat The Rock? It could change the whole complexion of SummerSlam. It would raise questions around if The Rock really has it in him anymore. So The Miz tonight has a huge opportunity to put a dent in The Rock's plans at becoming the Undisputed Champion once again. But The Rock, so far, so good. One step ahead of The Miz. And The Miz gets to his feet, and The Rock replies with another punch to the face. Rocking The Miz is The Rock. The Miz with the reversal, and oh, vintage Miz. And that hurt The Rock. You can see The Rock holding the back of his head, and The Miz with a vicious kick, but that brought The Rock to his feet, and The Rock replies, taking up The Miz, and a Samoan drop. And you've got to always keep your eye on Maurice on the outside, always looking at the best interest to protect her husband if she can. And The Miz clearly still upset after The Rock revealed him as the Masked Man. But The Miz poking his nose in the Great One's business, interrupting The Rock when The Rock was addressing the WWE Universe on Raw. Oh, a roll-up. 1. Oh, the schoolboy from The Miz trying to sneak the victory, and The Rock breaks free, but The Miz quickly back to work on that neck. Seems to be a target area from the man that refers to himself as Awesome, The Miz. And it's a bit like the Hollywood A-lister at the moment against the Hollywood, what do we want to call The Miz in terms of what list does The Miz go on? The only list really I can refer to for The Miz to go on in terms of Hollywood would be the list of Jericho? I don't know, but The Miz hasn't quite established himself in Hollywood just yet. Not in comparison to The Rock. And maybe there is a hint of jealousy that was shown and that was brought out from The Miz. And The Miz just couldn't help himself on Raw to get in the ring with The Rock to try and belittle the Great One. And he paid for it on Raw. He paid for it with a rock bottom. But he did get a cheap shot in on the night. And now The Miz is showing that he isn't just going to be a pushover here in this live event, main event, this WWE exclusive. And what an exclusive it is. The Rock's in-ring return. This is 15 years in the making, the build to this for SummerSlam, but it could all be derailed here courtesy of The Miz. And I'm sure that The Miz would only refer to a victory over The Rock with one word: awesome. But The Rock replies with a short arm clothesline, knocking down The Miz. And Maryse looks concerned on the outside. She can do nothing at the moment to protect her husband. And The Rock begins to unload on The Miz in the corner. So far, so good for the Great One. He doesn't look fatigued at all, but he might be after that knee to the midsection. And oh, that hurt The Rock. The Rock's slow to get to his feet here. That knee took the breath away off The Rock. And now The Miz homing in on his opponent. Miz heads up. Oh, spiked him with the DDT. Tornado DDT. 1, 2. Oh, and The Rock kicks out at 2. A near fall. The Miz is getting closer. And The Miz with a drop kick, keeping The Rock grounded. The Rock has certainly not had it all his own way in this match here tonight. Crowd on their feet looking on, seeing how The Rock is going to get on. And I'm sure another man that will be taking keen interest is the WWE Undisputed Champion Brock Lesnar. Goodness me! Skull-crushing finale. 1, 2. Oh, and The Rock gets the shoulder up. Goodness me! The Miz nearly pulled off the upset. Another pin. 1, 2. Oh, and The Rock again. The Miz trying to force the issue, and The Rock forced to kick out not once, but twice of the skull-crushing finale. And listen to the crowd. They're trying to get The Rock going, trying to bring The Rock, the Great One, back into this match, and he replies with a jawjacker. Rock back up on his feet. Miz walked into the spine buster. And now, here we go. Wait a second. What is Maryse doing? Referee, turn around, because it is time for the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment today. The People's Elbow. That'll do it. Oh, The Rock. The Rock's not done. The Rock looking for the rock bottom. Here we go. Rock bottom. Hooks the leg. No. Get her off the apron. Maryse trying to distract The Rock, and The Rock is having none of it. The Rock is ignoring Maryse. And now another rock bottom, and Maurice is being thrown out of here. What a main event. 1, 2, 3, and The Rock defeats The Miz. A returning victory for the Great One, but there was a close shave with the skull-crushing finale. The Rock forced to kick out. Look at this. How close is that? But The Rock replied with a people's elbow, a rock bottom, and you see it right here. Maurice provided the distraction, but it only delayed the inevitable as Maurice was ejected from ringside and The Rock picked up the victory. The Rock victorious here in St. Louis, Missouri. Maurice, see you later. The Miz has been defeated, and now The Rock can look on to SummerSlam, where he will face the WWE Undisputed Champion, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Rock versus Brock 2 at SummerSlam.